Hi, this is Dr. Linda Davis, and today I'm preparing this lesson for CIS 340 web design that's totally online, and just walk you through what we worked on today in class. And the first thing I want to address is Chapter 1 in your textbook, Head First HTML with CSS and XHTML, the Freeman text. And I want you to first of all build some folders for me. So no matter what kind of Windows system version you have, I'm going to right click on Start and hit Explore and get into Windows Explorer, where I want to create some folders. I want you to always work from your Drive I folder that you have on the network. So I realize most of you are truly online students, that you live someplace else, so you must remote into Weber's network system and save all your web pages in the your network folder on Drive I. Now, you're gonna do your stuff on Drive I. That's the student area. I'm gonna go into my folder and work from there, and you just do what I do and stay on track here as best you can. First of all, if you haven't already, create a Spring 2012 folder for yourself so you can stay organized this semester. I'm gonna open that up. I've got that already. I need to create a folder for CIS 340. That's the online version of the class. So File, New, Folder, CIS 340, Online. And let me open this folder up, because the exercise we're going to do today, we need to have a root folder built inside there for this particular web page that we're going to work with using Notepad initially. So I'm going to put a root folder in there that will be all about this particular little website project called Lounge. So let me just call that, it's Head First Lounge, but we can just call that folder Lounge. And we'll be saving things in this folder. At this point, I want you to launch Notepad. Notepad's going to be our little text editor. If you have a Mac, it's called Text Editor, I do believe. And with a PC, it's called Notepad. So if you don't know where it's at on your system, just hit Start, select Run, and type in Notepad. Say OK. And that's it. I mean, it's a very plain little text file that you can do basic HTML stuff in there and write your code in here. Eventually we'll switch over to Expression Web, the web software program, but right now I'm just really want you to keep it simple and stay with the code. Pay more attention to the code at this point. Now, page 4 in your textbook, that's what I'm working from at this moment. And we're gonna, this may be hard to see, but just follow along with me with your book. And I'm going to start typing in that code that's revealed in page 4. Starting with our angle brackets that have our tags inside. And get a bit of this typed. You type along with me. That's the head tag, and then we have the title tag. Make sure you get all your angle brackets in there. Now the title tag actually has content in between the tags, between the beginning and ending tag. So we have Head First Lounge, and have our ending tag for title. Now none of that's going to show up in the browser until you get to the body tag. You're not going to have anything show up in your browser when you launch this. So here next is the body. So you can hit enter as many times as you want to down. It doesn't affect the page. It just kind of helps you break it up better with your eyes as you stare at the screen. So start the body tag, and they want us to put this is a H1 tag, and it kind of dictates to the browser what size and font it wants to use. With this H1 gives it is bigger than H2 is going to be, for instance. Welcome to the Head First Lounge. Now obviously this will show up in the browser as we just stated, and put your ending tag in there. And I'm going to pause there and just let you see what develops. We need to save this. I know we're not done yet, but we're just going to save it. So we'll go File, Save. And make sure you save it in the right folder first of all. Let me just go back to my beginning here. You're going to be in Drive I. I'm going to my folder. And remember that folder we created? There's my online one. There's my lounge folder. So I want to save this text file in this lounge folder. But I'm not done yet. I got to give it a file name. And I'm just going to call it lounge. But I'm also going to save it as a .html file. So the browser will treat it as such. And if you even went to save as type, I don't think you're going to get any choices there anyway. So, but changing it .html makes a difference. So we'll save it. Okay. Now, if I was to go into my Windows Explorer file just to look at how it looks as far as the browser interprets it, I'll go back and open it up in Windows Explorer and go back to that file, C340 Online, Lounge, and see how it's got the nice E there for Internet Explorer. When I bring this up, that's how much we've done so far. That's what yours should look like too so far. Alright, now obviously if you make changes to that Notepad file, you must come up afterwards when you get back to the Internet browser page and hit refresh, and that will display the new stuff you've added, as you'll see in just a bit. So let me go back to the Notepad file. There it is. Okay, there's Notepad, and we can add a few more things to it according to page 4. And now they want us to add an image. Oh yeah, we got to deal with the images. Now, one big thing that's different about web pages versus your other programs and the other documents you create, whether it be PowerPoint or Word or whatever, you've got to have everything living in the same folder with web pages. All your images, all your web pages have to live in the exact same folder together. Okay, so that's what we got to do. We got to go find this drinks file, image file, and put it in that folder. So I'm going to jump back out to my just anywhere in Windows Explorer, doesn't matter. I need to add the image file in here. Where's it at? Well, let me tell you. You go down to Student Common folder, and you go to my Davis folder and the CIS 340 folder, and I have a chapter 1 folder in there, and this is the image you need, drinks.gif, GIF file. Now you can just copy that and put it back in that same folder. Your lounge folder. And it needs to set in here with that file you just created. So there's our drinks image and there's our lounge page. So let me go back now that it's there. Living in the same house, basically. That's what you need to think of it as. Go back to this and let's add that image. Okay, and this is what the code's going to look like. It's angle bracket IMG space S or C. That means image source equals double quotation mark there, and then drinks is the name of the file. Now the whole name of the file, you have to do drinks.gif to make this work. End of angle bracket there, and that you can stop and save that, look it over and make sure it looks right. Let me do a save on that. Let me go back to this file and hit refresh. Ta-da! There is your image that goes with it now. You must hit the refresh button on your browser so it refreshes that Notepad thing. Okay, going back to Notepad. Oops. Here we go. And got a little more code to do, nothing major. We want to introduce the paragraph code, the P tag. And like I said, you can hit enter as many times as you need to make it look more organized to yourself since it is code. Now this is some text that's going to put in there. Join us any evening for refreshing elixirs Whoops, one too many there. Conversation, and maybe a game or two of, now here's a new code for you, EM, that's the emphasis code, which means it's going to bold it or italicize it. Dance, dance, revolution. Okay, and then you have an ending emphasis tag for that. Period. Wireless access is always provided. Semicolon. BYOWS. Bring your own web server. Kind of a geeky thing to say, but whatever. We'll go along with their spiel. And then we have our ending paragraph tag there. Now let's stop and save this. Let's do a Control S. Switch back to your browser view and refresh, and that's the same thing added to it now. Dance Dance Revolution, you asked for that to be emphasized and it made it italicized. I was thinking bold, but it actually makes it italic. Okay, so look it over, make sure it looks appropriate for you. Now I'm going to stop this video here just for the sake of time, but go ahead and finish out page 4. Shouldn't have too much trouble from doing this particular part. Okay, thank you.